This week's G.I. Joe toy review, Cobra Island Residence. And you can see we are doing a Cobra figure this month, or this week. And this is, I know it's kind of late to announce this title, but this is obvious code name, obvious primary military specialties month for G.I. Joe. And so you know this guy is a paratrooper kind of guy. But he is the Cobra Claws Trooper, so he's not just a paratrooper. He is a vehicle pilot, so to speak. And he does pilot the Cobra Claws. But before we get to looking at the Claws Trooper, we are going to do our shout-outs of the week, starting with 48 and 41 South Loudon Street. This is where you can get all, and I do mean all of your video game needs, starting with the Atari all the way up to current systems. So definitely check them out. Sorry for the coffee spit. But if you need your console fixed, you could go to Play the Game Games behind the seats on Valley Avenue, and definitely check them out. And you could definitely go ahead and get them, and see them and check them both out. And you could actually get some good video game stuff from both places, and well, all three places. But definitely check them out. And if you leave there, you could go to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles and get all of your G.I. Joe needs, as well as Transformers and He-Man and Thundercats and Silverhawks and all that stuff. And I got Silverhawks playing in the background. So, but this guy, I did get in a 3-pack with a Cobra Commander and a Duke, and as the Mass Device 3-pack, which is also the 50th anniversary set with those three, but it was also one of the same three that came in the Best of the 80s DVD Battle Pack. So definitely get either set as you can. But if you want to get the Best of the 80s DVD with it, get the Best of the 80s 3-pack DVD Battle Pack. But to have the 50th anniversary without the DVD, go ahead and get the one without the DVD. But definitely check out Time Travelers. But if you got a toddler trying to learn all his get all his or her his or her stuff done, puzzle solving skills, you get puzzles as well as slinkies and slime and like barnyard animals, so they can start having like an ant petting zoo or something, whatever their creative minds can think of. Go and check out Thinker Toys at 106 South Loudon Street in the Walking Mall. Definitely a good place to go to. And you can definitely check them out. And if you want, ugh. And sorry about that. But if you leave Digger Toys and you're looking for comic books, you can check out 80 Weems Lane here in Winchester and see 4-color fantasies and get all of your comic book needs there. And from Marvel to DC to IDW and all points in between. And check them out. And if you're in Salisbury, North Carolina, and you need comic books, you could go over to 80 Weems Lane. Or not 80 Weems Lane, you could go to Comic Monsters and check them out. And see what they have to offer. And definitely check them out. And go and give Comic Monsters a holler and 4-Color Fantasies. And if you're there and you're looking for a place to go and get some tree work done, you can check out Mixed Tree Service. He'll remove your tree or your unsightly tree stump or do some tree trimming, whatever you need done. Go ahead and give him a call. And after you leave there, after you get done with Mick and you're looking for like baseball cards or sports cards or even Pokemon, mostly Pokemon, you could go to Breaker Brothers on 36 Piccadilly Street or 6 Piccadilly Street and check out Breaker Brothers. And speaking that we're on Piccadilly Street, go up to 36 Piccadilly Street and see Tropical Islands and get all your Jamaican food desires met. And see Lloyd and his wonderful staff, and you get some good Rastafari music going and Jamaican music playing. There's always, I mean, that's some of my favorite music. I just love the beat and the soothingness of the beat and the laid back beat. So definitely check them out and definitely get that done. So definitely do that. And if you're looking for a bank to go to, you can go to Bank of Clark or United Bank here in Winchester. Get all your banking needs met, or go to your local banking office, wherever the closest bank is for you. So definitely check them out. After you leave there, you can leave for either bank. You could go to State Farm or Farmers to get all your auto insurance, homeowners insurance, or renter's insurance to have all your stuff protected. And definitely do that. And if you need gas for your vehicle, you can go to Sheetz or Handy Mart and get your gas, and as well as made to order food, so you get your belly full at the same time you get your gas tank full. I mean, it's a good way to go, man. But after you leave there, if you're looking for any kind of mental health help, because Cobra Island does support mental health awareness. So if you need counseling, you can see Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services. And he's a really good guy to talk to, gives really good sound advice. You know, he's a pretty laid back guy. And but if Rob's not your kind of cup of tea, you can check out any other offices here in Winchester, and or you get a hold of National Counseling Group, or you can go to your closest therapist office. Because I got people all over the world that watch this channel, so hey, it's pretty cool. But if you do see that, you can definitely do that. But if you need psychiatry and you're in the Winchester Front Royal area, you can go to Northwestern Community Services and talk to them. They got good psychiatry. They got even the Winchester office has an in-house pharmacy called Genoa. So you can pick it up there, or they can mail it to you, whatever is more convenient for you. And after you leave there, if you can't get an appointment and you need somebody to talk to, and you can text 741-741, and they got people on standby. Or if you need to hear a human voice, you can dial 988. And if it's a real serious issue, there's nothing wrong with going to your closest emergency room. You know, there's nothing wrong with receiving help. So let's go ahead and look at the Cobra Claws Trooper, starting with his file card. He is the Heavy Weapons Trooper, codenamed Cobra Claws Trooper, which is ironically because he is known as a Heavy Weapons Trooper, but he does pilot the Cobra Claws glider, which is a glider, heavy weapon. I guess you could say it's a heavy weapon. But his codename is Cobra Claws Trooper, and then there's the 50th anniversary G.I. Joe logo. There's a picture of the Cobra Claws Trooper. File name is Farius, which is right because he's multiple different people. His primary military specialty is anti-tank operations, and he is infantry as a secondary military specialty. Birthplace is various countries, because, various people. And the Cobra Claws, combat light armed weapons specialists, troopers, can take a lot of punishment and dish out even more. Suited up in specialized armor and packing heavy weapons, they quickly move into position to disable any G.I. Joe vehicle that stands in their way. Because of their powerful gear, the Cobra Claws troopers are chosen to transport rare elements of the destructive mass device. But first they must get past the G.I. Joe leader, Conrad Duke Hauser. And of course on the back is another language. And there was another card that came with it in two other languages. But I just simply do the English language because that's what I speak here in Cobra Island. I'm sorry for all the people that don't speak English. There's subtitles, so hopefully, you can catch on what I'm saying. But let's take a look at the rest of his accessories before I dig myself in really hot water. But as you can see, it's an upraised Cobra logo on his figure stand, and it's painted in gold. And it says Cobra Claws Trooper. And he does come with this assault pistol, which I first seen this in the comic 2-pack of G.I. Joe with the Crimson Twins, but theirs were in green. He does come with the dagger that comes with every other Cobra foot soldier from the 25th anniversary line. You got this little dagger. And his removable helmet. If I can hold it. He does have this awesome Nazi-style helmet. I mean, Nazis ain't awesome, but thank God they no longer exist. But starting with his head, he's got the black face mask. And he's got a head for hair, at least he's not a baldy. And his head can rotate the full 360. He does have his backpack with the Cobra logo on the back. It can pop off because you can remove it. He's got the regular blue uniform that is typical in all the original blue shirt troopers. Red Cobra logo. And his arm can lift so high. He can rotate all the way around. Bend at the elbow almost at a 90 degree. He can rotate all the way around at the elbow. As well, he can wrist swivel. He does have the ab crunch feature, but the web gear does protect it. He doesn't have much movement in his legs, mainly because of the web gear. So he can't really do a full split. He can't lift his leg up but so high. He does have the web gear with the black knee pad, which I think is pretty slick. And his ankle can pivot, as well as rotate the full 360. So this guy's pretty cool. He's limited in his posing because of the parachute. But you could gear this guy up and put his helmet on. This guy really didn't have a regular... He had a role, but he didn't have a role in the cartoon and comics. He was a nameless Cobra Commander lackey. So he did have a role, but his role was more of behind the scenes and whatnot, and front line for the attacking of the Cobra ships or G.I. Joe stuff, attacking the G.I. Joe stuff. So that's pretty much what he could do, what his role was. Wasn't a big role, but it was he was a role. So he wasn't known as the Claws Trooper. He was just a regular Cobra Trooper. But this is, all the blue shirts, in my opinion, are top tier because they are awesome to army build. So you're intended to have multiples of this guy. And for those that don't know what an army builder is, if you remember Star Wars and you've seen the stormtroopers, how they were the guys in the white uniforms that worked for Darth Vader, how there was many of them. That's what an army builder is. But this guy is pretty cool. Like I said, he's not really a personalized individual character. Because like I said, there were multiples of this guy. Cobra Commander had an army of this guy, as well as other troopers and officers. And then when they branched off to having the specialized troopers that were known as the Vipers, you know, those are guys you're meant to have multiples of, to have a small army of. So Cobra will outnumber G.I. Joe in any battle. You know, because there are multiples of army builders. But this guy is a top tier figure, so but that would do it for the Claws Trooper. So until next Wednesday, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one.